I would like to bring you all with me for a second. There is a woman. She's 17 years old. She's still in high school. And she's laying on an abortionist table. She's not sure if she wants to go through with the procedure, but her boyfriend told her that he'd dump her if she didn't. She knows the life is precious and valuable, and she's only 8 weeks pregnant. Before the abortion starts, if a machine had been hooked up to the baby, you would be able to see a strong heartbeat and strong brain waves. If there was an ultrasound and if she was allowed to see it, you would have seen a very strong baby with arms and legs, a fully formed head, a beautiful body knit perfectly together in its mother's womb. She's not sure and she's scared and she's terrified, but she does it anyway. She lays down and the abortionist goes in with the tools. They're like little chompers, kind of like pliers. They have these little grips on them, and he pulls out first an arm. He looks at it. If he was to stop and look at it, he would see fingers perfectly formed on this arm of only an 8-week-old baby, putting it on a tray. Then he would go in and rip off a leg. Once again, fully formed toes on this little precious leg, putting that on the tray. If we were to take another look at the ultrasound, you would see a baby squirming for its life, trying as hard as it possibly can to get away from these abortionists' instruments. He once again goes in and reaches for the other arm. If we took a look at the machine that once showed a strong heartbeat and strong brainwaves, we would now see them dwindling. This woman knows she's doing wrong. She's terrified. She's scared. She was not allowed to see the ultrasound. She was not allowed to hear her baby's heartbeat, something that should be so precious for a mother. Once again, the abortionist goes in and does the last job of taking his tools and crushing this baby's skull and pulling it out. These body parts of this baby are later bagged up and sold to be dissected and do research on. Nobody cares. There's not a funeral held for this life that was just destroyed. And this mother was allowed to do this in the name of a choice. But what if she didn't? What if she didn't go to the abortion clinic? What if instead she went to the Pregnancy Resource Center down the street? And she walked in and there was a kind woman who met her there. And they did a free ultrasound for her, and she would have seen her baby's beautiful body, its beautiful head and its beautiful little fingers, as early as 8 weeks. She would have looked on the monitor and seen a strong heartbeat, strong brain waves, and she would have decided that she was going to take this step. And it was hard. It wasn't easy. It was hard because the man that she had been sleeping with and she thought loved her was just using her as a sex object. And it was hard. And it was very painful. But there was joy along the way. And every month she would get to see her baby's belly starting to swell. And she realized she had more support than she realized. The Pregnancy Resource Center was helping pay for her medical bills. They were helping with everything that they could, giving her free as much things as they could. We have many people that donate to our pregnancy resource centers, and we have more pregnancy resource centers than we do abortion clinics. They are a much safer and better option than abortion clinics because we see 2 lives, not one and not a choice. It is beautiful. She decides that she's not ready to be a mother, and that's okay. But she's not deciding to murder her child. She decides to keep it and give it up for adoption. This family has been trying so hard to have children for 8 years. They cannot have kids, and they've had a nursery set up all this time. Ever since they got married, they've had a nursery set up, and now they're finally going to be able to have a baby sitting in the crib that they have specially picked out 8 years ago. They're so excited, and the day finally arrives, and after many hours of hard labor and pushing, she brings into the world a beautiful baby girl, and she looks into its eyes and realizes that it was worth it. She hands this precious child over to this couple that's been waiting for years to have a baby. They're so excited, and they love her, and they get to watch her grow up. They get to watch her smell the flowers. They get to watch her run around and experience life, and sometimes it's hard. Sometimes there is fights, and sometimes it is painful, but it's worth it. It's better than killing a child. It's so worth it. This child grows up, eventually gets her own husband and gets married, and when she's holding her own baby for the first time, she looks down and sees and so thankful that her mother chose life. Because if she hadn't, she wouldn't be holding her own baby in her arms.